Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Journey Through the Generations. My name is Philip.
Hey guys, I'm Trisha.
And we are back with another episode. We have been gone for a minute since we did our Christmas.
Our 12 days.
12 days of, what did we call it? I don't even remember now.
Genealogy multimedia or...
Yep. Yeah, so go back and listen to that. But yeah, we're back, and of course we are coming back to talk about the largest genealogy conference in the world. That is RootsTech, and it is definitely almost here.
And I feel like I say this every year. Time got away from me, and it has, of course, snuck up on me, and it's only a few weeks away.
It is, and so we don't have a lot of time left to prepare. We have a couple of other things that's going on prior to us getting to RootsTech. But let's just start off by talking about what RootsTech is, just in case we got some new people listening and not sure what it is. But RootsTech is the largest genealogy conference in the world. It is held in Salt Lake City, Utah. Every year, usually around late February, early March, depending on how the calendar falls. And this year is being held March 5th through the 7th. It is an in-person conference, but they also have an online component. So if you can't make it to Salt Lake City in the next couple of weeks, you can also participate online.
Absolutely. RootsTech really is what the name says it is. It is genealogy meets innovation meets technology. So anything that you were thinking about doing with genealogy, family history, or DNA, AI, technology, innovation, RootsTech is going to have something there for you. They have classes with world-renowned genealogists there, published authors, podcast hosts, with the exception of us. We're not speaking. But they have an expo hall. Anything that you can think of genealogy related is going to be at RootsTech that weekend.
Yeah, and that tech part of it is more than just websites and DNA tests. There's going to be a lot of talk about AI, new websites or companies that have come up over the past year that offer different things. Of course, DNA testing is a part of that as well, that as the technology changes on how they do testing and things like that. So that technology part is really deep, and it gets better and better every year. And so I'm really looking forward to that. If you can go in person, the cost is $129 for all 3 days, the 5th through the 7th. That's in advance. If you wait and you're local and you try to wait and go the last minute and pay at the door, it's $149. If you just want to go one day, it's $79, and then it's $99 at the door. So it's better for you to go ahead and register and pay now if you're planning to go. I don't know about you, but I'm not in the habit of paying the extra $20 when I don't have to.
No, I like to save my money.
Yep, I can save that money and get something to eat. So, and then if you can't go in person, you can attend online. And the best part about that is that it is totally free. All you have to do is register. And if you have a Family Search account, you can just sign up with that.
And this, honestly, their online component to the conference is very comparable to the in-person conference. Their sessions, they have a online expo hall. Everything that you can do at the actual conference, you will be able to do online. So if you aren't able to go, the online conference really is very good.
Yep, and just to level set here with you and just make sure you understand, you're not going to be able to attend the same classes that we go to in person because they are not live streaming every single class. There are some, I think, that's going to be live streamed, but not everyone. So you're not going to get all of it. However, you are going to get access to over 200 new sessions, and it's in over 26 languages. So if you are listening to us from another part of the world, then you can also choose your language, and it'll be offered there. And you'll also be able to listen to the keynote sessions, which will be at in person. They will live stream that. But there are also going to be some keynote sessions that are strictly for people who are online only that we will not get access to. So you definitely want to make sure you understand that you're not going to see every class that we have access to. But you will see some. So you really want to pay attention to the online class schedule and make sure whatever you're going to or you want to attend that you're available to do that. And then they save everything online and you can watch it later too.
Yeah. And I think this is a good way to segue into that you can actually see what's available online right now. You can actually see what the schedule is going to look like if you're going to be in person or online. You can go to rootstech.org and actually look at the schedule hour by hour.
And yes, and if you are attending in person, you can also use the RootsTech app.
Which I actually, because I usually don't use the app, I usually write everything down on pen and paper. But this year I decided that I was actually going to use the app. So I actually did that earlier this week. And I was able to go on day by day and select the classes that I think I want to attend and make my schedule, which is really good because I always have my phone with me. So it just makes sense that I have everything written there. But I also like to have a backup plan because you never know, maybe something is far away because the convention center is really big. So maybe I don't want to walk down 2 flights of stairs and then all the way down to a room. And so I try like to have a backup plan. And when you go through the schedule before you get there, you have a sense of the classes that you want to see and hear. And you can also see the ones that are going to be live streamed. So if you know it's going to be live streamed and it's going to be recorded later, then I can pick another class. I kind of do my schedule like that.
Yeah, and you can also make sure that you get information about class changes. So maybe a class gets canceled or it moves to another room. You get notifications through the app.
That is true.
Otherwise, you don't know when that stuff changes. And then there are also other things you can do in the app. It's not just classes. You can see the companies that are in the expo hall. You can find your relatives through the app. You can communicate with other people who are attending in person. So there's some other things that you can do with the app. I use the app when I'm there because I'm always doing a lot of things and I like to keep track. The only thing that I don't like with that app is it doesn't allow you to add other things that you want to do during the conference. So
that's true.
So I'm going to be doing interviews with people, and Trisha's going to be doing an interview, and I would love to be able to put that in my calendar, but you can't do that. So you need to make sure you use some other sort of calendar app or whatever you normally do. But yeah, the app is cool, and you should use it if you're going in person. And then also, if you're attending online, virtual only, you can also use the online website to be able to select which classes that or videos that you want to watch, because those are all out there ready for you to do at any time at your convenience. So you don't have to sign up for a certain day or a certain time. You can, watch those videos. So you can navigate through the class schedule when you sign in to the RootsTech app, which is, by the way, rootstech.org. I don't think we said that before. But you can absolutely go through that class. You can filter by the subject matter. You can, if you know someone who did a class, you can search by the presenter. You can look at previous year's information or videos as well. So you have some options for you to use. I would just recommend, you can add to your playlist too. That's important. If you want to add something to your playlist and come back later, you can do that too. So I would just encourage you to log in or register first, then log in and go through there, filter some stuff. You can filter to like your expertise. So if you're a beginner, choose beginner, or if you're an expert, you can choose that. So there's a lot of different things, languages, all those things that you can make sure that you play around with and you kind of see how it works. And yeah, you can do that.
Another thing that is important to remember is you want to make sure that you're carving out some time to spend at the expo hall, because the expo hall really is the heartbeat of the conference. That is where you're going to see all of the big companies, the mom and pop shops. You're going to do some shopping. You're going to go up to the vendors where you have questions. If you're actually already using Roots Magic or some kind of technology, they're going to have a booth there. So you can actually, take your laptop and pull it up, and they can help you troubleshoot some things there. So you want to make sure that you go through the expo hall list to see who's all there. And you want to make sure that you have some time carved out in your schedule, so you're not just popping in and out and you don't really have time to, like I said, sit down with the companies that you are already using that you have questions about, or the companies that you've been wanting to use for a long time, and you can stop by their booth and you can see what kind of specials they have, if they have a discount, and any questions that you have that maybe will help you decide if that's the company that you want to go with. So the expo hall is really something that you want to spend some time there and don't be rushed.
Yeah, and one of the things we always talk about when we talk about people getting started, researching and where they can search for information, we talk about, becoming a member of a society or organization like that. And last year, they had a whole entire section of the expo hall with nothing but those organizations and societies. So if you're looking to join one and you're going to be there, it's a perfect opportunity to talk to them about what they do, how you can join, where they have chapters, all that good stuff. They had all kinds. They had, of course, our society. We're members of Afro-American Historical and Genealogical Society. They were there. They have an Italian society, and there's a Scottish one, and there's a lot of different things that you can do along with
lineage societies.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Sorry.
No, you find like DAR, they're there, and there's some other organizations. So yeah, you're definitely going to see more than just the companies. You're also going to see those societies and lineage organizations like Trisha mentioned. That'll be there as well. The expo hall also has some food options, so places that you can go to get something to eat if you need something to eat, or a place to just sit down and rest your feet because you need to do that. So there's definitely, things for you to do at the expo hall, and they have some fun stuff there for the kids too. So.
Yeah, and some of the bigger companies like Ancestry and MyHeritage and the big ones, they'll actually have like mini sessions there for 15 or 20 minutes that'll be specific to their company. So like an Ancestry may have a Ancestry search tools 20-minute mini session class or something like that. It'll be specific to that company, but again, it's RootsTech. They want to make sure that you're getting the most out of the experience there.
And it doesn't cost you anything extra to do. You can just go. They have it the schedule in their booth, and you can just go and have a seat at the chairs and listen to a little short session, and it gives you a chance to ask questions of the experts. And yeah, you definitely want to take advantage of that. There's so much you can do at RootsTech, and if you can go, man, you should go.
Yeah, and last year the Family Search Library had computers out where you could actually do some research and do some things like that
without having to go to the library.
Yes.
Yep.
And that leads me to my next point is we're going to a genealogy conference, so you need to make sure that you schedule some time to go to the Family Search Library. It is literally 2 blocks from the Salt Palace, so you can definitely walk there. But if you are not able to walk, they have golf carts that go from the convention center to the library if you aren't able to walk or don't want to walk. So that's something that you want to make sure you do. When you get there, if this is your first time at the Family Search Library, just go up to the help desk on the first floor when you walk in and let them know this is your first time. And they'll be happy to give you a quick tour to tell you, you know, what's on each floor and where you can find the microfilm. And this is the floor with the books. And this is the international floor with all the books and whatever, maps and stuff. So when I say the librarians and the volunteers there are the most helpful and the nicest people I've ever met, they really, really are.
Yeah, and even if you're not planning to do any research, which I don't know why you wouldn't, but, you know, whatever. But if you don't, you can, I think a visit to the library is still something that you should do, just to get a tour of it and see where the home base is for Family Search and the things that they are doing in the genealogy space. And so there's also options there for you that if you want to digitize any materials, pictures, documents, videos, 8-track, no, it wasn't an 8-track.
Cassette tapes. No, yeah.
8mm films is what I was thinking. Slides, you know, things like that. You can digitize that, which I highly encourage that you do. But if you do something like that, you should go online and book reserve a time, because they don't accept walk-ups, especially if somebody else already has time booked. So definitely do that on the Family Search Library website. I
wanted to touch base on just some what to expect, what you should do type of things. It's going to be crowded. So just know that there's going to be a line, like for food, because we all go to lunch at the same time. So there's going to be a line. This is a time for you to talk to your fellow family historians, genealogists. I've met some great people while I was waiting for food. So just take that opportunity to do some networking while you're waiting on your food, and maybe all the tables are taken. Don't be afraid to sit down with people that you don't know. Family historians, for the most part, are very approachable. We love talking, especially about our own research, and we want to hear about yours too. If you're anything like me, my family's not that interested in my day-to-day research. And when I'm at a conference, especially like RootsTech, it is so amazing to be able to just share my research with people, even though I don't know them. And I'm able to tell them, this is what I'm working on. This is what I've found so far. This is what I'm looking for. You're able to bounce ideas off of people. So use the time when you're in line or waiting for classes to start to talk to your fellow family historians.
Yep. You definitely want to also dress in layers. So they do have a coat check there. It's Salt Lake City. I think they've been having a warmer than normal winter up there, but you never know. It could get cold. It could snow. It has snowed on us a couple of times over the years. So they do have a coat check. So check your coat when you get there. But you need to dress in layers, because the expo hall is and can get very cold. But the classrooms where the sessions are being held are typically a little bit warmer. And so you want to be able to, you know, take a layer off or put a layer on if you need to throughout the course of the day.
And I've talked about the Salt Palace is huge. So you're going to be doing a lot of walking. So if you're going to RootsTech, this is not the time to try out a new pair of shoes. You want to make sure that you have some comfortable shoes that you know are going to work well and be up to the task of doing a lot of walking to the Salt Palace. If you're, of course, staying in somewhere else, you're walking to the Salt Palace. You're going to walk all around the Salt Palace. You're going to walk all around the expo hall. And then if you want to go down to the library, you're going to walk down to the library. You're going to walk around the library. So when I say you're going to do a lot of walking and make sure you take some comfortable shoes and socks, I really do mean that is like the number one tip that I have for you.
Yep. And you definitely want to hydrate. It is higher elevations. So for some people who aren't used to it, it may take you a minute to, you know, kind of get acclimated to the elevation. With us being in Arkansas, it's definitely higher than what we're used to. But I think because we go every year, we've never, except the first year, we haven't had any problems since. So I think because we're used to it, there's no problem. But anyway, you want to hydrate. Make sure you're drinking a lot of water. I would encourage you to take a bottle of water or a bottle with you. What is it called? It's a bottle?
A bottle, yeah.
A water bottle that you can refill. Refillable water bottle
Stanley's
is what I'm
not,
trying to...
sponsoring us, but
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, whatever you drink.
A refillable water bottle. So, you want to take that. I'll have mine for sure. I always do. And you want to, and the bottles of water are kind of expensive too. So
yeah, they were in cans last year.
Yeah, they were. So, which I don't mind.
I do not like drinking out of a can.
So you can definitely make sure that you hydrate throughout the course of the day and you stay hydrated because it's a long 3 days with a lot of walking, talking, and so yeah, definitely do that.
And I would say it's okay when you get there because this will be our, 6th in-person conference. And it still can be overwhelming for me when I get there and I'm in the middle of it and I've been there for a day. So it's okay to be overwhelmed. And it's okay to just need to take a break and sit down and just relax and just sit for a minute. So even though, I try to, plan my schedule and I want to get, every session I can get in, I want to do all of the genealogy things. Sometimes you just need to sit and be still and take it all in and just be. And that's okay.
Yeah, and I'm going to give you a little pro tip with having somewhere to sit. So there's plenty of seating. So that's not a problem. But certain times of the day, it gets, kind of packed. And so you may find it difficult during the lunchtime or in the late afternoon. Find somewhere to sit. And I would, if I were you, as long as there's no class or session or rehearsal going on, sit in the room with the main stage. There are thousands of chairs in there. I don't know how many, but it's a lot. And as long as they don't have that room closed off, you can go in there and sit down and rest your feet too if you just want to do that and you really can't find anywhere comfortable for you to sit. You can do that. And so I don't think they let you go into the different classrooms, but the main stage, I've gone in there when there's nothing going on before. So you can do that too if you're just trying to rest your feet. So also there are tons of volunteers at RootsTech. They have so many people from all over the state of Utah coming in, probably all over the country,
I was gonna say, yeah.
Coming in to help with RootsTech. They are great people. Ask one of them for help. They're usually wearing the same shirt. So ask somebody for help if you need help, and thank them and appreciate them for coming and helping us out, during the RootsTech conference, because they could be doing a lot of different other things, and they are coming to make sure that we have what we need and we're supported and we're taken care of. And so if you're a volunteer at RootsTech and you're listening to this, we always appreciate you guys. And so thank you for listening. Or, I'm sorry, thank you for helping. Thank you for listening, but thank you for helping.
You get a twofer. So, yeah, if you're there and you see us or you hear our voices and recognize us, don't hesitate to come up to us and tell us hello. We would love to meet you.
Yeah, and we'll definitely be around. We'll be running around, going from here to there. But we will have some downtime. We're going to be doing some interviews. We're going to be talking to different companies. We're going to be doing our expo hall video. We're going to be doing a lot of different things over the course of the 3 days. And of course, meeting new people is part of that. So yes, definitely chat with us if you see us. Just looking forward to a great conference. So If you haven't registered yet, make sure you go ahead and do that, whether you're going in person or you are doing virtual online. We appreciate you for listening. All of our information is down in the episode description, and you can find all of our social media, our email, our Buy Me a Coffee link. You can do all of that. Thank you for listening, and we will talk to you guys later.
Thanks, guys.
All right, peace.